Urban Wine Tribe, what's up with your boy JM, the corner store wine connoisseur. I'm back in my hometown of Jersey City. I'm visiting Chef Michael Casalinho of Broa, Portuguese Cafe. He's gonna cook up some dishes for us. You know I brought some banging wine. My buddy Mitch Cetuk, actor, model, songwriter, musician. He'll be joining us. It's gonna be a real dope time. Jake, give me some Bump Pro.
I'm just a part-time lover. I was a part-time lover. I'm still a part-time lover.
Know that.
When you need
That's
it
right,
on
man.
me.
Party
Just a
crasher.
part-time lover. I was a part-time lover.
We put out a little something for us to snack on as we, you know what I mean? We might as well, right? Keep it going.
Let me start by saying you was everything that a man can hope for. Why didn't I plead when you decided to part? Who am I fooling when I only did half the tour? I always do, but I still get involved. So selfish in a way, I'll be planning to say supreme propaganda. I follow my own agenda.
As we say in Portuguese, bom proveito.
No lies, I have no time.
So we're starting off with the Muga Tempranillo Rosé. Spanish rosés are very playful. I think a bit more food friendly, where I talk about French rosés being a little bit more sensual and romantic and sexy. Spanish rosés are just more food friendly, more family friendly. You get some bubble gum, you get some cotton candy, you might get a little bit of spice, just very familiar flavors that just go well with a lot of different things.
You know, listen, we love what we do. My team and I are very passionate, and at the end of the day, that's what matters. We put our love into the food, and that portrays itself onto the dishes and then onto your palates, like the wines, right? They're made in the dark, behind the scenes, by people who are passionate and love what they do, and then it portrays itself when we drink it, and that's kind of like what I do here, man. It's very simple. It's no frills, no flowers, no decorating. You know, it's just old world, grandma style table food, right from the origins, how we started to eat, how we learned how to eat, and we forgot. The TV sector of the chef and the kitchen world, it kind of exaggerated a bit nowadays, and I think it's kind of spoiled it to a certain extent. You know, you need a big kitchens, you need to be fancy, you need to be all that. I don't think it's really true.
You have a very unconventional kitchen.
Unconventional kitchen, absolutely.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. I mean, and the secret is, look, man, if you love what you do and you're passionate about it, if you know how to cook, you can cook anywhere. You don't need the top of the line gourmet $50,000, $100,000 stoves. I use simple ingredients, the basics, as my grandma would, or your grandma probably would, and just simple olive oil, garlic, onions, tomato bases, and that's partially what Portuguese cuisine essentially is made of, and a lot of porks and meats, and then seafood. So here we have some nice prawns. By all means, I like to dig in. Let's see.
What? Am I a genius? Tell me, I'm a fucking genius. We'll talk about that later.
Full frontal, man.
Nice.
That's how we do it. You know, and it's all right there. The flavors, there's nothing to it. Easy, good product, good olive oils, good ingredients, and that's all you need. And nothing goes better than a nice rosé with this. So we hit the nail right on the head.
Oh my god, dude, this is like so buttery and creamy.
Like that. No butter used whatsoever at all. That's it. Olive oil, garlic, paprika, and boom, here you have it.
The prawn is so tender. I try not to be one of those shows that overhypes everything. Like,
sure,
oh my
absolutely.
god, this is the greatest thing I've ever had. I'm not that guy. Now, with that being said, that's next level.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah. Don't forget, Portuguese are very known for fish and seafood.
I'll be honest with you, rosé is a little spicy for the prawn.
It is, yeah.
I think Vino Verde is where it's at.
She said, tell me no lies, I have no time. I long for the moment, but
So we started out with the Muga Tempranillo Rioja, cooked up these garlic prawns.
Or Mozambique style, as what we would say in Portuguese.
I wasn't a big fan of the rosé and prawn pairing. We switched it over to the next wine for the evening, which is the Torre de Managem.
Torre de Menage. So it's like a, how should I translate
I
that?
don't even come close.
It's like a seeing tower, like a high-rise seeing tower,
nice. Check that out. It's a Vino Verde, which is Spanish for green wine.
Yeah, and Alvarinho.
So I always, when I think of green, I think of vegetables, apples, lime, also like parsley, oregano, like spices. So when I think of Vino Verde, that's what I associate with Vino Verde, therefore making my food choices a little bit easier. It's got a nice little bubble to it. Check that out. Urban Wine Tribe TV. If this face looks familiar, he was on the panel is now called the Party Crashers. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Do you like that?
Yeah. How many times have you crashed a party or two in your day?
I mean, well, listen. Crashed or just invited myself.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the definition of crashing is showing up when you. Yeah.
Oh my god! It almost tastes like cheese is on here.
No cheese, man. It's straight up, man. It's a great product, man.
So let me try this with the. Has some sauce on there, and then we're gonna put down the Vino Verde.
Fantastic, man. This is one of my favorite things to use. This brandy. And if I get you a little snack. This is right here, man. Look at that color, beautiful.
Ay.
Look at that smell. It's just out of this world, right?
Wow.
Right? It's crazy, man.
This is not good. And
this is one of my main ingredients for here. Again, everything that went in here is Portuguese.
Yeah. So like caramel, a little bit of maybe coconut, but like a hint of licorice, like something nutty, like a nutty maple, almond.
Maple for sure. Yeah. This is it right here, man.
I don't shoot anymore. I don't do shots. Fuck you. I sip. So
this is a really fun little place here.
Beautiful.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Did you design?
I did. I designed. I built it. Yeah. I
this
built
got
it myself
wiped out.
too.
This got wiped out by a hurricane.
Hurricane Sandy. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he rebuilt it from scratch.
I mean, it's still in rebuild stage. Is still till this day. Well, it's still to this day. I'm still modifying things. You know what I mean? It was bad. It was about 5 and almost 6 feet of water in here.
Yeah, and this is what 7 feet.
Yeah, this is a little more than 7. Yeah, it was almost. I mean, you figured outside it was a little above knee land, almost up to your waist, the water.
Wow.
So this place was buried. Yeah, it was destroyed
completely. Look at that brick, dude.
Listen, I mean.
Completely. That's all original. It was just repointed, cleaned. So I had to gut everything to bare bones, concrete, dirt, everything. It was just empty. So everything you see that looks old, it was made to look old, for the exception of this wall, and the brick was just fixed, cleaned.
I mean,
And this was 7 years ago.
That's the Vino Verde. That's the Muga Tempranillo Spanish Rosé. And then we have a Vino Verde, Portuguese Vino Verde. It's a very Spanish-themed episode we're doing here. Portuguese food.
Ole. All right.
Latin American. We got some Argentinian Cab Franc coming up next.
Look at this door.
Right?
This is sick. This is something. This is all you need.
No stoves.
No stoves, man. All countertop stuff. I think that as a chef or a cook or just in the industry, if you love, cooking, and I mean, you can cook anywhere.
Campfire.
I mean,
tailgate.
Date back ancient times. They didn't have kitchens. They ate fine, right? They made fires. They cooked. Right? When you go camping, you made a campfire. Mm-hmm. You got like a little metal grill. You took your beans or whatever, and you cooked right there over the fire. Man. I shop every day. As you can see, I don't have the space or the storage.
Sure.
So I shop every single day. I come in. We prep. We start to prep. We open it for dinner only. A new menu every day. I'll go there, get veggies from the farms in New Jersey and stuff like that they sell here, And I'm just like, I'm like, oh, these look nice. Maybe I could do this today.
Is this your first restaurant?
Second, yeah.
I'm getting ready to open 2 more in Jersey City.
Oh, wow, dude, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, all small stuff.
Yeah. You said we. Who's the we? Who's the team?
Well, me and my staff, my sous chef, and the rest of the team, which were like a family. It's been we all work together. There's only 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah, you got it in a place like this.
And we've been the same guys since the beginning.
That's crazy. The same staff.
The same staff, yeah. Same staff. I'm loyal to them. They're loyal to me.
What are we called? The party crashers?
Party crashers.
The party crashers.
I'm thinking like wine party crashers. Too long.
Well, I realized, I don't know if you were going for this, but based on the definition that we had discussed earlier about what a crasher is showing up uninvited. That's essentially what we're doing with all the sommeliers. None of these sommeliers invited you to their party, but you're inviting yourself anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that what you're going for?
Not only did I invite myself, I made myself the MC.
Rich Ross would be proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a part-time lover when you needed all of me.
I want Mitch to try these prawns.
Okay.
And I want you to put the white wine, put it up against the white wine and the rosé.
So this is queijo fresco. Everybody has this. So this would probably be like a Portuguese fresh mozzarella kind of thing, even though it's not. So this, it's just a fresh cow's milk cheese with blackberry jam, little olive oil, and pine nuts, which that's extreme Portuguese combo there.
Did that go in the wine?
It did? Yeah. Look at that. That's how you pair food, people. You know what I mean?
There's more glasses up top there, nasty bastard. So me and Mitch, we met working at a restaurant in Bridgewater, New Jersey, maybe close to 8 to 10 years ago.
2009 is when I started. Fall of 2009. We were actually in the same training class,
Right.
That was
I was on
my
second tour. My second tour, because I had gotten fired previously.
Well, I mean,
and they brought me back for a second go. Encore. So then I started managing. We became friends, and I started managing his band, Keeping Riley.
At the time, right?
Which one of the greatest experiences of my life. They were pretty accomplished. They weren't your everyday garage band, that's for sure. They won a huge battle of the bands. If I'm not mistaken, it was something like 80,000 bands. Am I overquoting? 8,000.
So right, it was like
80,000.
80,000 bands out there. You know,
Come on, bro! I'm trying to make you sound cool.
No, it was legitimately. It was a nationwide talent search.
All right, ladies and gents. This is what I call, it's homemade. It's called an alheira. So chicken and pork sausage, garlic bread. You have broccoli rabe and Portuguese style potato sticks, mustard and lime. This sausage was created in Portugal by the Jews. Fun fact.
What?
Yeah. Back in a time when things were rough, right?
World War II time.
Right. Yeah. The Jews that were infiltrated in Portugal, in order to blend in and pretend they were Portuguese, they made these sausages out of chicken. When things blew over, we figured it out. And we added the pork into it.
Wow.
And then, so this is an alheira. This is a basic one, right? The broccoli rabe is served cold to kind of balance off the fats and the grease and the hot. So it's like if you put it all in your mouth, you get that hot cold kind of balance out.
An egg and lime.
And an egg.
Do you like lime there, JM?
Yeah.
Brother, let me just
you gotta you gotta hit it with that. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So we got the chicken sausage, broccoli.
Chicken and pork sausage, broccoli rabe, Portuguese potato sticks, That's
paprika.
mustard, paprika. Yeah.
I didn't comment on the prawns, by the way, chef. I'm just gonna give. I mean, this is like my favorite food. You know,
Thank you.
Type of food here is on my so.
Come packing. Oh my god. The crunch. The crunch is,
right.
oh my god.
It's not
You
breaded.
hear that?
It's not breaded.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Not
It's
breaded.
aged. Is
It's
it
not
aged?
bread. It's smoked, cured, aged, and cooked, and then flash fried.
Wow.
Flash fried.
I actually
Okay.
cut it open. I take out pretty much the majority of the casing.
That crunch. Oh
And
my
that-
god.
But that crunch in itself is the actual sausage. It's not breading. It's straight up.
So for the red wine, we are going with a Punto Final Reserva Cab Franc from Argentina. It's traditionally known for its Malbecs. It's high altitude red wines. You know, they're grown around the volcanoes in the Andes Mountains, so you often get those explosive flavors, gravel, fire, hell and brimstone. But yeah, I mean, so I went with the Cab Franc. Cab Francs usually have a little bit of must on it, a little bit of hair on its chest. Salud, gentlemen.
Salud. Cheers.
Guys, cheers.
Salud. Thank you,
Salud.
guys.
Salud. Thank you, guys.
This is
Urban Wine Tribe TV,
Urban
baby.
Wine Tribe TV and Broa Cafe.
Party crashers. Yeah, we weren't invited to this show.
Just showed up.
Oh
Punto
my
final.
God. Hey,
Yeah.
this is something I can relate to.
A little fruity, a little spicy, a little.
This right here is. I've had this
It's a
before. It's really good.
Yeah,
It's a straight Cab Franc.
it's got that little tingling in your throat.
Whoa, brother, you don't see a lot of this. Cab Franc is a tough varietal to pull off on its own.
Very good.
You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
Like it's one of those wines that they use to cut other wines with
Right.
to give it more character.
Right, right.
You know what I
It's
mean?
it's a
Because,
great
like,
blending grape. You're right.
Because, you know, Cabernet is just so, you know, just gushy and drinkable and like sugary and
Yeah.
sweet and smooth and all that. But to give it a little bit of character, you add the Cab Franc and bang. But by itself is a risk. You know, when the band broke up, you know, I'm working in a restaurant and, you know, doing that whole soul searching phase. And, you know, I realized, like, you know, hey, like, you know, you're out here waiting tables, and you know, like if you're dealing with you know, a group of older ladies over here, like in a book club, you know, you're this way, and then if you're dealing with a table of guys in business suits over here, you know, kind of flip gears, and now you know, I can relate to them, you know. So I started thinking, like, okay, you're acting,
Right, right.
You know, and
You're very good at adapting.
adapting, you know, and I don't want to use the word acting, but adapting, yeah. And so, and at that time, having played music for so long and also performing, I fell in love with, you know, just the art of storytelling, you know. That's what music is. It's telling a story through that medium of you know, melodies.
Right.
And then also, you know, just bullshitting in the bus stations, you know,
Right.
and like shooting the shit with everybody.
Right, making time pass.
Included, making time pass, telling stories. I thought that, you know what, let's give acting a shot. You know, but being in Jersey at the time, there was no real way to break into the industry. So as I don't know if fate would have it, reached out to use one of Keeping Riley's, that's the name of the band, by the way, that I played in, Keeping Riley. He had reached out to use one of our songs in a short film of his. So this is a friend from way back in the day. We meet up one day for a cup of coffee so I can sign the release form, you know, give him permission to use the tune. He's like, hey, so what's going on your end? And I was like, you know what? It just so happened the band had split up at this time, and I was like, I'm thinking about getting into acting. You know, maybe, I don't know, maybe end up in New York and like give it a shot, you know? So he's like, if and when you ever end up in New York, here's a phone number you have to call. She is the guru for acting, right? So I'm like, okay, sweet. Like, I have this number I can call, and it gave me a lead. You know, it gave me some sort of direction.
Right,
like,
right.
Because without that, I would have to like go on Google and just like search acting studios, which cost whatever amount of money, and
Yeah, not knowing anything about anything.
So fast forward 6 months, I end up in New York City. You know, the time at Maggiano's expires. I end up working at a restaurant. A buddy of mine, actually a mutual friend of ours, was working in a restaurant in New York City at this time. He got me in the door, got me in the interview, and then, you know, I moved to the city with a maxed out credit card and $0 to my name, and I literally slept on his floor for 4 months, and he'll confirm that.
Mm-hmm. I know it for a fact.
And you know, and the most humblest of beginnings, and it's the common moving to New York story, like going there with nothing but a dream. Right. You know.
I mean, you know, and we're moving forward here a little bit because I mean, you know, my favorite story were your summers in the Hamptons. He would spend his summers, the weekends in the Hamptons, living in his car, sleeping in the van.
That's year 2 out of the 3 that I've done.
Right.
Year 1 was a 10.
Yeah, right.
4 months straight. It was 99 days straight.
That was probably worse than the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially because it's like a hurricane every other weekend out there in Montauk.
The year after that, he was sleeping in his van while driving back and forth to New York City to do his acting gigs. That's dream chasing, bro.
That's that grip, man. Listen, I slept in here many nights, man.
Really?
Many nights.
I could imagine after Sandy.
Yeah, well, when I first opened after Sandy, it was, dude, I lost a fucking shitload of money. I lost about 2.5 years going back and forth between insurances and this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck that, bro. No fucking storm's gonna take me out. I'm gonna keep that fucking space. And I'm gonna push through this. I started getting to it. Ripped everything out. I said, rip everything the fuck out. Me and some friends and another 2 guys that I hired, we hand dug that big opening out there. You know, through the winter.
I feel like there's that borderline of madness that you teeter on. Yeah. That you're like, I gotta get this done.
Yeah, no matter what.
I don't care, you know what I mean? And you put yourself on the verge of insanity or just flat out death.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, money's not everything, and it's about what you guys are talking about before, the passion, the love. You know, he loves, his passion is this wine. You know, this show, which is becoming a hit, it's phenomenal. He's pushing forward with it, and that's what we all need to do at the end of the day is stick to our path. There's always going to be interference, of shit getting in our way.
People doubting you.
Yeah.
The people that I keep around me, it's a very tight circle. But trust me, bro, there was plenty of nights and plenty of days like I gotta take these L's by myself. There's always room when there's time to celebrate. But when I'm eating shit, you know, no one's fucking pulling up a chair. Right. You know what I mean? Right. No one's trying to pair a wine. No one's trying to pair a wine to this shit platter that I'm scarfing down.
Nobody. My family is my staff. You know, at this point, you know, and like I said, we're 7 years deep, same people. Same dudes. You know, I've seen my dishwasher come in at 16 years old. I've seen him literally grow.
Right, physically.
I've sing him physically
like
grow.
Grass, yeah.
I've seen him grow a beard, you know, go through puberty, to being a busboy, to being my helper in the kitchen, to now being my chef, my sous chef. Wow. It's like, I'm so proud of him. Like, he's like my son almost, man, you know. And I'm always giving him lessons. I even told him that, let's sign you up culinary school, I'll pay your tuition. You know, stick with me, stick by my side. I'll take care of you, man. I'm gonna you take care of me. I'm gonna take care of you. And I need him. If I'm gonna grow and build more and achieve more dreams, I need him. Yeah. He needs me. We need each other. You know,
my guy Jake.
Jake.
I need you, bro. Couldn't do it without you.
This is actually one of the 7 food wonders of Portugal. This in particular dish. The sauce has a variation of Portuguese beer, port wine, Vinho Verdes, and things like that. So you have the flank steak, then you have Portuguese cheese, Portuguese linguiça sausage, another layer of cheese, then you have a tri-blend sausage, more cheese, mortadella, ham, French ham, and then you have more cheese on that. You have French brioche, and more cheese on top of that, poached fried egg on top.
She said, tell me no lies, I have no time. I long for the moment, but only for the moment.
The croque monsieur is straight up. The madame has an egg.
The madame is the egg on top.
Is the egg on top? Yeah.
So you are
I
kidding.
wasn't that far off. I said the madame has the eggs, the monsieur has the sausage.
As we say in Portuguese, bom proveito.
This tastes like straight up home. It tastes like home, bro.
Yeah.
Like the flavors, like mom just putting together a meal with everything we got. You know what I
that's
mean?
essentially what the sauce end of it is like.
You know,
Yeah.
I gotta stop doing these shows because, you know, when you eat beans out of the can 6 days a week, you know what I mean? The only way you can do that on day 6 is if you were able to eat that basic of a food the 5 days prior. And when you eat stuff like this throws my whole shit askew.
Yeah.
The liquors,
This is
I can
so
taste
good.
I can taste the
You can
the
taste
alcohol.
the alcohol. You're
Is
supposed
there
to.
brandy in there?
There's a lot of beer, brandy, wines. There's port wine. Okay.
With the
Yep.
Vino Verde from Portugal. Yeah.
Right. That just boom, enhances it
Yeah.
a bit. A lot.
That goes really well.
Yeah, that goes very well.
I
Again,
mean,
Vino Verde is one of those wines, you know, that's kind of made to just fuck whatever, pork,
Right.
seafood, boom, just crack it open.
it's a great food wine,
Yeah.
Vino Verde.
Listen, while you're biting into this, there's so many things you can think about while you're eating it. Like
Right.
the steak, the sausage, the bread, the cheese, whatever. There's a lot of different. Lately, if you focus on one of them, your mind isn't going to be, thinking about the other. If you're thinking about the cheese while you eat this dish, and then you take a sip of the wine while you're chewing it, this cuts through the cheese it was meant to be paired together, like butter, like a hot knife and butter.
Not only that, but I guess it's easy because there's Vino Verde in the sauce. It walks right in with the sauce.
It finds it.
It's so succinct with the flavors of the sauce, while not, while standing up to the steak, while standing up to the pork.
Right.
You know what I mean? The cheese just, it's so creamy and so smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes great with the white wine. Price is often misrepresented, not only in wine, but a lot of things, like you said, Formula One.
I gotta say, I've been hitting it with both wines now, and the corner store wine connoisseur is going to chime in as soon as while he takes a sip. This is probably the first meal I've ever had where I've literally bounced back and forth between red and white. To be able to bounce back and forth so effortlessly, it doesn't feel like I'm jumping shit and ruining it. Right. Dude, I've never actually had that experience before where I can literally take a bite, have a sip of red wine, take a bite, have a sip of white wine, and forgot that I was just drinking red.
Yeah.
Because this is it goes perfectly.
It goes,
Both of them go perfectly with what we're eating right now.
Yeah, and it pulls the earthiness in the wine a lot, man.
Really cool.
And I love that, man. And I just for the fact that this is like very old world stuff, and you got the pork and earthy stuff, animal. You know what I mean? And it all does that. Oh man, it's a great. This is a great. This was a great pairing, not knowing what we were serving. This is amazing.
Thank you. The Vino Verde, I like it because it kind of just fuses together.
This is exactly.
You know what I mean? Like they just kind of meet in the middle and just keep going about their way.
Oh, totally, dude.
The red wine, it's more like, it's a little bit of a sparring match. Like, I take a bite of the food and I get the sausage. Then I get the smoke, the spiciness of the wine. Then I get the texture of the steak.
Earth,
You know what I mean? And it's a really interesting flavor sparring match, if you will, between the red wine and the sandwich.
I almost don't even get the texture of the steak while I'm drinking the white wine.
Right.
Which is interesting.
Right.
I almost
that's
forget
so
that
true.
If the steak is even there.
Yeah. That's true.
But not until you just said it. When you take a sip of the red wine, the texture of the steak actually pops. Right. But if you're drinking the white wine, for whatever reason, the softer textures come in, like the bread that has already that has soaked up the yolk and the cheese and those mushier textures.
Yeah.
You know that that's where the white wine shines. You know, and then I don't even feel that notice that I'm eating
this is
freaking raw steak.
Fantastic, man. Fantastic.
And even on that one, I just had now I'm tasting the egg.
Yeah, fantastic.
With the Vinho Verde.
Oh man.
Oh my.
I mean, not because I'm Portuguese, but I think Vinho Verde is an all-around fucking wine, man.
Very underrated.
Just a table.
No, but I mean, as we're clearly Vinho Verde, so-called. You had it with the prawn. It was the best pairing with the prawn.
Yep. It was.
Now surf and turf.
Yeah.
Surf and turf type of wine, and that's it.
And normally, white wine doesn't stand up well to steak and pork.
Yeah.
And a hearty sauce like that one, and the Vinho Verde got in there. It acted.
Yeah,
it helps. The sauce is made out of a ton of liquor. It's Vinho Verde in the sauce.
Yeah.
I mean,
it just came in and just.
He didn't want them to know that though.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But it's everything else that matters. The Argentinian wine, I think was my favorite, man.
You like the red wine?
Yeah. That was the winner.
Yeah, red wine for me too. Simple reason. I'm not going to say that it was the best because I enjoyed them all. I was the most surprised by it, being a Cab Franc, a straight Cab Franc.
You needed all of me.
They hear that one? No, this is sex. I'm gonna. If they did not hear,
Not sexy.
No, said like
Just
the
sex.
actual. Yeah, brother, this is insane. Brother, the dough is actually what is what does it.
It's a 1,000-leaf pastry, yeah.
1,000
So flaky.
Flaky, yeah.
But like sturdy when it needs to be.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is fucking insane.
That's fantastic.
That's insane.
That was a good finale, right?
That pastry dough is insanely good.
Let's wrap it up here. Urban Wine Tribe TV. This has been another episode of I'll Bring the Wine. We have Mitch Cetuk, Chef Michael Casalinho.
Stay Farm. Give me those shades post right now. Right?
Do the. We need a graphic. The shades with the.
The shades. All right.
Yeah.
Nah. Kid Rock, Cowboy. Cowboy. Yeah, give me a hat too. Stay Farm.
No, we'll go with the bump pro.
We still gotta get a screenshot with all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Have fun with that. Go nuts, Jake.
I was a part-time lover. I'm still a part-time lover. When you needed all of me, I'm just a part-time lover. I was a part-time lover. I'm still a part-time lover. When you needed all of me.